Alright, today, chat and YouTube viewers, we are going to be playing some Mutant Chuggy in Resource Challenge. The reason we're going to be doing this is that I see Mutant Chuggy on ladder constantly these days. Just actually all the time. Thank you, Q Money. It actually worked, oh my god. Alright, anyway. I've been seeing lots of Mutant Chuggy on ladder lately. Like absolutely tons of it. And I don't really know why, because I don't think the deck's that good, and I think that playing mutants in a catch-up meta is like fully insane. But the deck is crazy popular right now among... I don't know how to say this without sounding like a bit of a D, but it's kind of popular among like people slightly below the top of ladder. So like the top ladder players aren't really playing Mutant Chuggy, they're all playing catch-up decks. But below that, everyone else in Tiberium seems to be playing Mutant Chuggy. It's like crazy popular. So we are going to do a run with Mutant Chuggy, and we're gonna see how it goes. There are two maps in this event. There's Slashed Fields and Stonewall. Slashed Field, I think, is a much better Mutant Chuggy map than Stonewall. I think Stonewall is a really bad Mutant Chuggy map. Igor's going to be offended, and Lapaka. Well, Igor doesn't really play Mutant Chuggy. He plays like a weird hybrid deck. Lapaka has always played Mutant Chuggy. He's like famous for playing that deck. So I don't think he'll actually be mad. Okay. So our opponent has gone laser opening. So there's like a few reasons that Mutant Chuggy looks the way it does. If you play some people play wheels instead of rifles, but then you're really bad against opposing mutants. Like enemy mutants are really hard to kill if you play wheels instead of riflemen. And then like some people have like Phantom instead of Stealth Tank, but that makes you really weak to Flame Tank. Like this deck is already very bad against Flame Tank because your main anti-vehicle is a Mutant Marauder. But if you get rid of the Stealth Tank and make it a Phantom, then it's super hard to ever fight Flame Tank. There's a Shade. Shade is of course just a good unit versus Nod in general, but it is like especially good versus Mutant Chuggy. Because Mutant Chuggy's weakness is air units. Like, you really do not want to play against Shades, Orcas, Cat Ships with this deck. So we're going to transition into Laser Chuggy. Now, Chuggy is an incredibly powerful unit. Like, Chuggy is nuts. So that is a good reason to play Mutant Chuggy. But obviously, when your opponent has air, you have to start playing, like, Laser Chuggy instead. I actually do not have Pop Cap still, despite losing that Chuggy there, which is unfortunate. I should probably start making some Stealth Tanks as well. There's Flame Tank, that's the worst thing that can happen. That is the absolute worst thing that can happen in this deck, is seeing a Flame Tank. Alright, we're gonna get Stealth Tank. We're gonna get 2 Stealth Tanks, because that's how many you need to kill a Flame Tank. Alright, nice. That was super close. We almost got flipped there, and if we get flipped there, we're in really bad shape. So, pretty lucky. Alright, we got Stonewall again, because we're never lucky. Literally the unluckiest Rivals player. Catship Rush. What the what? I'm so confused. Do I make a Harvester? I feel like I shouldn't make a Harvester. I'm gonna make Bikes. This is insane though. Who Catship Rush is? I mean, this is 100 Tiberium to get a Catship. So, I feel like I can build this second building and still be okay. I think. That was so weird. Who Catship rushes? Alright, our Harvesters are about the same time. He did get like 35 seconds of stall though, so if he's a tech deck, that actually works out okay for him. Unless of course I just kill his Harvester here, in which case it probably wasn't great. Man, Catship Rush. And he has Venom in his deck? Venom and Catship? Alright, this guy's just a Looney Tune. Now, if you are playing a tech deck, one of the things you rely on heavily to get you to the late game is usually lasers, because lasers are hyper efficient. If your opponent has something like Chuggy, that doesn't work. So yeah, when you're a tech deck, you're playing against something like Chuggy, it's really bad. Especially if it's like Chuggy Jade. That's like the nut low. Like if I was playing Jade right now, I'd just kill him. The game would just be over right now. I would just go blow up his base. Even save the bikes, what a hero. Yeah, this game's super over. Pretty straightforward win there. A little bit surprised by the catship rush, not gonna lie. That was definitely shocking. Alright, CNC Machine with a jump jet rush. Why is everyone rushing today? Shock troopers, oh my god. Uh-oh. That was a little close. A little closer than I like. Yo, Samalot, thank you for the gift sub. And Q Money, thank you for the gift sub. Alright, so we're obviously pretty far ahead right now. Pretty straightforward win here. The Chuggy kind of just annihilated him. This is another reason to play Chuggy right now. People are playing a lot of jump jets and Chuggy's insane versus them. Alright, Splinter. Was Splinter the name of the rat in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Was it the rat that was Splinter? Chat wants blood. Chat will have to wait, because that was regular marbles. Chat's gonna have to go over it. This is actually not a sponsored run, Copycat. This is because I just wanted to play some Mutant Chuggy because it's so popular right now. I wanted to talk about Mutant Chuggy. Anyway. So we need to get to the Chuggy, obviously, before the missile fires. We should probably stall a little bit as well. Yeah, we need to stall here to give ourselves more time to get our lasers out. So this rifleman needs to actually go stall this pad while the laser gets onto the middle. He should have sent his wheels to the top left ages ago. And then he would have been charging this missile and he would have taken it, I think. Because it took me so long to get onto the middle pad. So he definitely misplayed that missile. Alright, so now you're going to see kind of the true glory of Mutant Chuggy. Designed to beat, like, Flamer vehicle. Because the Chuggy just does so much damage to things like flames. It just melts them. And then Laser and Mutant can just hold the line. Ooh, Chuggy takes a hit there. So the lasers don't do great against tank because they don't hit hard enough. You kind of need the mutants for that. But that is the idea of the deck, is you get the mutant and you hide the Chuggy behind it like this. There you see how much damage he takes trying to come in. And then he can never send the flamers in because the Chuggy is protecting. Chuggy is protecting the mutant. No, he's just giving up. He doesn't even know what to do. Alright, nailed it. Magma. Sorry, Magma! I believe it's his actual name. Why is he sending wheels at my rifles, bro? Leave my boys alone. I should probably be charging. He's charging though. He also opened wheels. Wheels indicates that people are aggressive normally. You don't normally play wheels in tech decks. Unless you're like wheel chuggy, triple tech. But then, nah, even then people just play like bike chuggy a lot of the time. Alright, yep, there's Chuggy. No surprises there. So if he's a wheel chuggy, this is what I was talking about earlier about not having militants. If he's a wheel chuggy player, he should be very weak to Mutant Marauder. So we're going to test that theory out now by making a ton of Mutant Marauders. And if he doesn't make an answer to Mutant Marauder, I'm just going to keep making Mutant Marauder. Yeah, if he's not going to show me something that beats Mutant, then I'll just keep making Mutant. And this is something that happened to Lepatka in a tournament. Lepatka was famous for playing wheel chuggy decks. And he played against Surpus, and Surpus made only Marauder. He played a game, it was on this map as well. He played a game on this map, and he made only Mutant Marauders for the entire game. And Lepatka just couldn't win, because he just didn't have a way to kill Mutant. He didn't have a way to kill Mutant Marauders. Yep, you can see here how ridiculous it is. Okay, so here's Inferno, so he does actually have an answer to Mutant Marauder. But you can see how without another answer, like just Chuggy does not cut it. You need something else. Now I'm going to make a stealth tank to kill this Inferno. I'm okay with a trade. I didn't get a trade though, that sucks. I would have been fine with a trade there, but instead I just lost my stealth tank. Which is obviously not ideal. Gonna lose these bikes as well, but what are you gonna do? Oh, I didn't. Nice. Alright, GG. So yeah, as you can see, you kind of need answers to mutants. Like you can't just not have an, you can't play Chuggy and not have an answer to mutant. You're just gonna get Shrek'd by mutants. Alright, so up against Outrider. Venom. Oh no. Why is there a Venom? Dude, every game has been so weird in this run. This has been like the weirdest run ever. Alright, we're gonna try and defend with laser spam. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Like, it happened in my favor this time, but I know them feels when you're trying to audio unit to attack something that's like should be next to it. And instead it does this weird movement to try and move a tile. Oh, it's so annoying. So obviously we're going to need to go for bikes to fight the Venoms at some point, but for now we're just going to spam lasers because we're able to be on defense. Because he's attacking a specific location, which is my harvester. He can't just stand still and wait for me to attack because he has to get to the harvester. So I get to have defender's advantage, which means that I can use lasers to beat his Venoms, which normally is a very difficult thing to do. Also, when he doesn't have a harvester and I do, there's a lot of pressure on him to make something happen, because the longer the game goes, I just end up with a ton more money than him. So this is another, like, rushing is bad. I've said it so many times, but again, it just proves how bad rushing is. Like, you are forced to make offensive maneuvers, and you have less money than your opponent. So you're forced to take bad trades in an attempt to get something to happen, and you have less money than your opponent, so bad trades are even worse for you. And you're really, like, just heavily relying on the idea that the end result will be that you get 80 Tiberium. And it's like, what's the point? 80 Tiberium is not that much Tiberium. So yeah, unless you're looking to stall the game, that's usually the best thing you can get out of a rush, is making the game go later. Alright, so I'm going to run away from these muties. I'm going to boost and leave a cloud and then just run away. This is how you beat mutants with... This is the best way to fight mutants with Chuggy. You just put a cloud on them and then you let the cloud do all the work. As you can see, the mutants are almost dead because the cloud kills them. This cloud is insane. The chemical cloud in this game is a ridiculously strong ability. Alright, unlucky Outrider. And GG. Alright, Dave. It's me and you, Dave. Let's go. Dave versus 13 Lade. A battle for the ages. Alright, so this harvester being here indicates to me that he might be planning to go double halve. That's normally why you move it like that. I'm going to move back because I won't get... My second squad won't arrive in time if I leave it on the front there. So I need to move my squad back. He also appears to be stalling now, another indication that he wants to double halve. Which is why I've made this slightly aggressive move. This was not a great move, but it got the missile charging because he moved his rifle over to fight. What I'm going to do here, because I believe he's going to go double harvester, I'm going to quickly go Chuggy to try and gain map control. And tech decks are often kind of bad against Chuggy, although GDI tech decks tend to play Orca or Mohawk. Like, they tend to play air units, so they're better against Chuggy than Nod tech decks are. Alright, looks like we're gonna... Yeah, nice, we get the missile. We got it pretty quickly as well, it's about a minute, so I'm pretty happy with that. He's probably gonna go for my halve now, because he's a human being who plays Command & Conquer Rivals, and that's what they all do. He's been infected with the Harvester Lust. I'm going to try and lose this rifleman because it's obviously useless. Yeah, there's second harvester as predicted. We're going to go stealth tank. Stealth tank crushes Mohawks super hard. It one-shots them and makes them basically an unplayable unit. There we go. Get rid of that guy. Get this on the pad. Move this across. It looks like Air Mammoth from what I'm seeing so far. We've seen drone, Mohawk, rifleman. Very much Air Mammoth vibes that I'm getting. Like old school Air Mammoth as well. I'm going to make another laser because it's a low commitment unit. I don't want to spend all of my money on another stealth tank, even though that is probably the best unit I could have built there. I just don't want to spend too much money on another stealth tank. He's actually harassing my harvester here to distract me, so I'm just going to ignore it and go back to the pads. Yeah, I got stealth tank here. We'll check after if it was Mammoth, but based on the Jackson, the drone, the Mohawk, it seems very much like it was Mammoth. Alright, no idea what this guy is playing. He's on rifles first, and he looks like he's... Is he trying to... No, maybe not trying to charge. Normally the Korean players are playing like Disrupt the Zone or some description of tech. So I would expect tech. He definitely is not. He definitely doesn't look like he's trying to charge, so... Wheels. That is very unusual. So normally I'd go for an anti-wheel unit, but the reason I've gone for the Chuggy is I want to clean up these rifles that are everywhere. And also Chuggy does good vehicle damage, so I can actually kill the wheels with it if I need to. Tick tank, sure. I'm just going to block out these two pads and just win this missile. Should be easy enough. Tick tank's not really a threat either, because I'm playing mutants. Like, Tick tank is a big deal for a lot of decks, but mutants can actually eat through it. Same with APC, like, there's decks that can't beat APC, but Mutant lets you beat APC. It takes a while, though. You'll see this takes... It's a bit of a grind. Here comes a Banshee for some reason. I need to get rid of at least one of these Rifleman squads. I'm guessing he's gonna go for the Chuggy? Okay. I thought he was gonna go for the Harvester, to be honest. Alright, so Stealth Tank, hard counters Banshee. Nice. Now we can use it to finish off these wheels. And then I want another mutant to go after this Tick tank. Chuggy takes care of these flames. Looks like I'm pretty far ahead here. Don't know where those flamers are going, but I don't care because they're not relevant right now. They'll go for my base, which is definitely not relevant. Okay, well, that was pretty straightforward. John playing Solomon. He's gone missile opening, which is interesting. Might mean he's gonna go for shocks or snipers. Because like people don't really open. Yeah, there's snipers. It's pretty unusual to open missile if you have riflemen, right? That's like very unusual unless you're really confident your opponent is opening wheels. Or dogs. Even dogs, I think there's no reason to open missiles instead of rifles. So we're obviously going to have to go Chuggy here. Chuggy's really good against someone trying to defend snipers with missiles, because obviously it just chews through the And just choose through the missiles as well. This is going to be a lot of value from this Chuggy. Yeah, I'm going to get a ton of value out of this Chuggy. I'm going to kill both these sniper squads and probably the missile trooper as well. I think I just saw a second half, so I'm going to go Mutant to Pressure. The reason I'm going Mutant to Pressure is because I have complete map control. This Chuggy has killed everything my opponent has made. So I have complete map control, very safe to go after the Harvester here. And because of the Chuggy, I feel confident that I'm going to be able to break through and stop his anti-infantry and his missiles and whatnot. So yeah, feeling pretty happy about my odds of getting this Harvester. Looks like I'm not quite going to get it, which is sad, but he did spend a lot defending, so it wasn't too bad. Like, he made 2 sniper squads and a missile to defend. Let's get rid of this Pitbull. I mean, the game is just over, right? And this guy clearly has no money to do anything with. Which was really, that was the reason to pressure the Harv, just to force him to make those snipers. Alright, cool. Igor 369, final boss. I gotta say, these games have shown the power of Mutant Chuggy pretty reliably. They haven't shown the weaknesses of Mutant Chuggy very much, though. Like, I was talking about how Mutant Chuggy has some big weaknesses, and these games have not really shown that at all. We haven't really played against any cat shippers. Like, there was one guy who had cat ship, but he like rushed with the cat ship, which was insane. We haven't played against anyone who just straight up just plays a normal, like, combined arms or aggro deck with cat ship, which is really the nightmare. Like, a tank cat ship deck is really hard for Mutant Chuggy. So yeah, this has shown off the power of Mutant Chuggy, but it has not shown the weaknesses of it yet. I'm gonna go Mutant here. Another Tick Tank, interesting. I wonder if this is gonna be Tick Tank Chuggy. Probably not if he has Buggy. Or not Chuggy, sorry, I mean Cat Ship. But again, if he has Buggy, probably not, right? Oh my god, Mutant shreds Tick while it's moving. Mutant really is a very powerful unit. I can definitely see why people play Mutant. I mean, Mutant and Chuggy are both super powerful. It is, like, I don't think the deck is bad by any means. It's just the metagame is so Cat Ship focused right now. Like, Cat Ship and Shade are both pretty popular. Cat Ship way more popular than Shade. But both of those units are really bad for this deck to fight against. Wow, this looks like it's not going to be close again. The Mutant Chuggy is just crushing. What's up here? Is it the Tick Tank? I can send the Mutant to handle that, no problem. We're gonna lose the Chuggy here, but that's fine. We can easily make another one. Ooh, Obelisk. Look how good Chuggy is, man. It just shreks these riflemen so hard. Alright, well there you go. 10-0 with the Mutant Chuggy. Didn't really show off the weaknesses of Mutant Chuggy. A lot of the opponents I played against were kind of weak to Mutant Chuggy, honestly. I'm gonna take a look at the decks we played against, but generally speaking, I think that, yeah, these matchups just showed the power of Mutant Chuggy rather than the weaknesses. Yeah, these are all decks where Mutant Chuggy does pretty well. Obviously, if these Mammoths come out, I can never kill a Mammoth tank. This deck is like 0% against a Mammoth tank. But then you just win the game before Mammoth comes out, because Chuggy is really strong against tech decks, because the tech decks don't have as much early game power because they're playing tech. This matchup was kind of hard, but we just played a bunch of lasers, and I think he tried to laser drone rush me. And then this matchup, where was it? The guy who had the cat ship should have been kind of tough. This one here, but he cat ship rushed me, which is so weird. Oh, this one was actually one of the tougher ones as well, because of the shade into the flame tank. But again, we just won. We won like a second before he flipped us on the second missile. And if he had flipped us, we probably would have lost to the flame tanks. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. A little bit of Mutant Chuggy action. It is definitely a decent deck. It's not like, I don't think it's one of the best decks, but it is, like, I prefer this deck, and obviously this deck is still the best deck if you're insane at the game, like Alicia and Agent. But yeah, the Mutant Chuggy deck is definitely strong, so if you want to try it out, it's good against APC as well. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed some Mutant Chuggy, and I'll see you all next time.